Hey guys, I'm live on this Embrace Her Legacy Monday. What's up, everybody? What y'all doing? Where y'all scoping from? I'm doing Embrace Her Legacy Mondays up here on this beautiful thing called Periscope. If you guys are, tell me where you're scoping from if you feel like it. I don't like to do these intros too long because when I'm scoping and when I'm watching people's scopes, I'm like, shut up already and just tell me what you want to tell me. So I don't like going through the whole share followers, give me hearts, yada yada yada. Like, I think we all are grown. I would love for you to swipe left and share with your people, share with your followers, show me them hearts, all that jazz. For those of you who don't know me, my name is Maria Melendez. I'm founder and CEO of Embrace Her Legacy, and what I do is pretty much empower, educate, and inspire women and girls to live according to your dreams and to birth your dreams and live according to the woman that you were created to be and live in a purpose-driven legacy. I believe that we all have a dope legacy to leave, and we all have been called to inspire and to motivate and to achieve great things, but it's all about you finding the courage to do whatever it is that you have been called to do. And I do that, I embrace her legacy, all things women empowerment through personal development programs, motivational speaking. I have a book. The name of my book is called Take the Limits Off Your Legacy. And you can find out more about me on embraceherlegacy.com. So that's me. So tonight, real quick, I don't want to take up too much of you guys' time because I know we all have lives, right? But really quick, something's been like weighing on me, and I know when it's weighing on me, that means like God is telling me maybe you need to talk about this with people. But something has been weighing on me, and I want to talk about it. And it really is a part 2 of my last week Periscope, and you can catch it on YouTube and check it out when I'm talking about 5 things you can do after failure. But I got such an overwhelming response with my last week's Periscope, and I do it as a blog post as well. And women are like, oh my gosh, thank you for sharing this. All these women from all over the world hit me up, and I'm like, okay, great. I'm not the only one who's had to deal with things that you got to deal with after you fail, right? I'm glad that y'all can learn from my mess, and that, you were able to take something from my vulnerability and my authenticity in order to truly inspire other people. That's really what it takes. So I also, before I begin, I want to encourage you ladies that if you're going through something, I'm not saying go blast your business on Facebook, but it's okay to be vulnerable and share your story, because you become authentic with people, you become vulnerable with people, and people can connect more to that. Look at Beyonce. When that album Lemonade, when she just came out, so many women who have experienced infidelity, whether or not it was true with her and her husband, we don't know, but her vulnerability and her authenticity, she's Beyonce, right? And we expect her to be Mrs. Perfect, but for her to share her real true sentiments of what she was going through that time, she was able to connect to her audience on a totally different level. So first, I want to inspire you that when you are going through fails, when you are going through hard things, everybody's going through it. So don't feel insecure to share your story, because you don't know how you're going to impact someone else. And that's the creme de la creme of your legacy. Yeah, you want to do great things and be the next Oprah and take over the world. That's good. But you also want to be able to inspire other people to say, dang, she went through that and she's still here kicking and screaming and smiling and praising God, then I can go through it too. So there was a point that I shared last week that I feel led to share and expand upon, and that's to change your mind and your expectations after you've dealt with failure. Let me tell you this. I know firsthand experience that when you've dealt with failure, and especially when it's a repeated failure in the same area, trying to believe that anything good will happen is like, it's beyond ridiculously difficult. It's like, it's almost impossible, but I don't believe anything is possible. Anything is impossible. I believe everything is possible with God. But your mind begins to like feed you all these lies, to not expect anything at all, because your heart is like, listen, I cannot go through another rejection letter. I cannot go through another customer decline, I cannot go through another, month of not making any sales, whatever it is. It can be so hard to even expect something good to happen. So I totally understand that. So this is your current situation and you failed like a million times. You're struggling, whether it be in your business, whether it be in your finances, maybe it could be in your health. Maybe you're struggling to like get in shape and you keep failing. I want you to know this is your wake-up call. This is your wake-up call to change your expectations, because you will attract what you expect and you will get what you believe, okay? So I realized myself that I was allowing these failures and rejections and disappointments of my past to really steal all the hopes and expectations of my future. And just last week, when I started writing out the notes for this Periscope and for this blog post, which you can read on embraceherlegacy.com, I had an aha moment that I had the power living inside of me to change my situations. But this is what I would do, right? Before my realization, I'd do this. I'd pray, but I really didn't expect anything to change. I have a list of about 25 goals and positive declarations that I read out loud in the morning before I hit the floor out of my bed. I'd say those things, and I really wouldn't believe them. I really wouldn't believe what I was saying. I'd, have these great meetings, and I believe that the meeting would go well, but behind in my subconscious mind, I was waiting for rejection. This is my truth. Yes, the midwife to your legacy and dreams was still struggling, believing that anything would change, and that's when I had the lights switched on, and I was like, wait, hold on. I'm not going to let what has happened to me, my past failures, my disappointments, define my destiny. That was then, this is now. And I literally had to put my back to my past. And I'm like, listen, and I'm going to God and I'm like, listen, God, I know, I'm sorry. Sometimes, you talk to God. I talk to God like he's my best friend. I'm like, God, I know I haven't come to you with all the faith in the world, it's something called the double mind, where I'm praying, but I'm really not believing. A double mind man won't get anything. You can read it in James something. That's my version. But I would go and have a double mind, and I'm like, you know what, God, I'm sorry. I didn't believe you. Why was I praying all these years? Why was I hoping? And don't get me wrong, I have experienced success, but not to the level that I know the end goal is. I'm like, I have a vision and I haven't reached it. So that's when I started changing my mind. And even though things may come, I'm starting to say, when I say things, I'm talking opposition. Y'all need to get this straight. Let me tell y'all something right now. You're going to experience opposition. I don't care what you're trying to build. If you're you're going to keep hearing me say this until it's stuck in your head, that you need to understand that you're always going to experience opposition when you're building something powerful. Whether it be, girl, you could be building a house, a marriage, a family, a business, a legacy, whatever it is, I'm telling you that you're going to experience opposition. So right now, I don't care if your opposition is that you've been looking for a new job and you've gotten rejected at the last 6 interviews. If maybe you're trying to get your book published and you shopped your manuscript around to 15 publishers and every last one of them done said no. Or if you're going to a bank 10 times or different banks 10 times looking for a business loan for your business and you keep getting rejected. Or if you're praying for emotional healing in your relationship, maybe in your family, or maybe there's turmoil in your family and you're praying for things to change and things haven't, and you starting to get them feelings of despair, I want you to change your mind wholeheartedly and expect things to turn around in your favor. That is the problem. Most of us are walking around with this mindset that if I don't expect anything, then, I won't get hurt, or if I don't expect anything, then nothing, then I can protect myself, whatever. That is bull swanky. I need you to change your mindset. I need you to change your mind with all your heart, with all your soul, with all your mind, and believe that things are going to turn around in your favor. And I have two examples of businessmen, amazing businessmen who I respect, who literally dealt with an immense amount of failure. Damon John. I love Damon John, right? He's a friend of my head. I think everyone on Shark Tank is a friend of my head. But Damon John, for those of you who aren't familiar, is a branding expert, founder of FUBU, and the People Shark on Shark Tank. And he was declined 27, that's 7, 1, 2, 3, 27 times from banks to get a bid to loan to start FUBU. And to be honest, he never ended up getting a loan. His mother ended up mortgaging the house, and she ended up giving him the money, and he ended up moving into his mother's basement and started FUBU that way. Now, how many of us would have kept going after being rejected by the fifth bank? Okay, and he kept it going. And look where he is today. And then you have Howard Schultz, that I heard was rejected by bank. Howard Schultz, CEO of Starbucks, was rejected by banks 242 times. Can y'all believe that? 242 times you hearing no after no after no? Come on now. That takes incredible tenacity. And I just want to encourage you to let you know that, yeah, things may be rough. Yeah, you may have $1.37 in your bank account. Yeah, you know, your little sister, maybe she's run away from home, and maybe there's some turmoil there. Maybe, you know, all these things. Maybe the doctors are telling you that because your mother and your grandmother died of breast cancer, you're going to get it too. You need to change your mind and not expect the worst to happen, okay? I don't care what your failures may be, whether it be in career, in your business. You got to believe right now that God is able to turn the situation around for you. You need to like strip yourself off of that crap that has happened to you, what you're seeing, what's being said to you, and you have to believe that things are going to change in your favor, and not 6 months from now, not 3 years from now, not one day, but now. You have to have that mindset that's saying right now things are turning around in my favor. You don't know, your breakthrough could be an hour away, a day away, a week away. You don't know what's going to happen tomorrow. So when you wake up in the morning, I need you to wake up expecting something good to happen in your favor. Why are you praying if you're not going to believe that things are going to change? Why are you praying for things that you don't even have maybe the capacity to receive? A lot of us are praying for things and you praying for God to give you a promotion, and you can't even excel at the job that you have right now. And maybe that's the problem too. Maybe that's it, where we're like praying for things to change, but we haven't passed the test to the level that we are in now. Like my pastor says, life, we arrive in stages and levels. I'm sorry, Pastor. I know I'm sorry. I forgot how it really goes, how you said it. But pretty much, life is in stages. You get what I mean? And you cannot get to the next stage or to the next level in life until you pass this one. So maybe right now that's part of the issue. Maybe you're experiencing things right now because you haven't passed the test. Maybe you want to be excellent at level 9 and you haven't been excellent at level 0. Let me tell you about excellence. If you're not going to be excellent in everything you do, then you're not going to succeed. You cannot wait until you have the perfect job or the perfect man or the perfect situation to be excellent. That's not excellence. Remember, integrity is who you are when no one is looking at you. So are you going to be a woman? Are you going to be someone who only does great when people are looking at you, or where you're going to get something out of it? No, be someone of excellence and pass the test now, so now you can get out of the rut that you're in to go to the next step. Sometimes we don't move on to the next level in life because there's something that needs to happen within us. Okay? And another key to living with expectancy of good things happen to you is hidden. Let me tell you where it's hidden. Y'all ready? It's hidden inside of your heart. If your heart, oh my gosh, if your heart is filled with resentment, guilt, shame, regret, and the big one, unforgiveness, anger, fear, or worry, then baby girl, living with expectancy is going to be impossible. It's going to be impossible for you. You got to get that done. You got to do that open heart surgery. You got to do whatever you need to do to make sure you get all those negative, ill will emotions out of your heart, because out of the heart, the mouth speaks. I can look at you and I can tell what's in your heart just by me seeing your eyes, me hearing the way you talk. And you don't want to be one of those people who's carrying all those burdens, baby girl. You're too beautiful to be carrying all those extra burdens, all those resentments and heartbreak. Some of the things that may have happened to you may not have been your fault, but you holding on to ill will feelings because of what your daddy did to you, what your ex-boyfriend did to you, why your mama wasn't there, whatever, and they done moved on in their life, and you're blocking what's next for you because you're holding on. So right now, I just want you to sit up straight and put your back to the past and put your eyes forward. There's a biblical scripture. Yes, I'm quoting scripture. That says Isaiah 43:18 and 19, where God says, he says, do not remember the former things, nor consider the things of old. Behold, I'm doing a new thing in your life, and now it shall spring forth. He's pretty much saying, like, don't think about what happened before. Don't think about what happened last week, what happened yesterday, what happened last month, what happened a year. Yes, you want to take it into consideration and not keep making silly mistakes, but don't remember them things and focus ahead to your reward and change that mindset. As you think in your heart, so are you. So if you think you cannot get through this, if you think that these failures, I'm not going to pass this test, then it's not going to happen. I want you to change your mindset. I want us to all expect it. And I want us at the end of the year, it's mid-2016 now. I want at the end of this year that, all of us have a comeback story. Like, you seen the top of 2016, the first 6 months, let me tell you what happened. But when I changed my mind, let me tell you how things changed over, so we can all finish this year out with a bang and have and that the days before us are 100 times better than the days behind us. You get what I mean? So that was just a quick word of encouragement that I just want to encourage you to change your mindset, to change your expectations. If you like what you heard, please continue to follow me on this thing called Periscope. Like I said, love that you would share this with your followers. Show me them hearts. I love the love. We all need love. Everybody on here looking for likes and followers on these social media things, and what we're really looking for is love. So I hope this is encouraging you. You can also catch, I upload all these onto YouTube, so you can catch me on YouTube at Embrace Her Legacy, our channel, as well as you can catch me at embraceherlegacy.com. We have amazing programs for teen girls. I'm going into my summer institute for my high school girls. Beautiful personal development program that I work with girls there. I'm available for one-on-one goal setting sessions and all types of personal development tools, classes, and resources that you can find on embraceherlegacy.com. You can download free resources as well, all embraceherlegacy.com. And just keep up with me on social media, Embrace Her Legacy, on all handles: Snapchat, Instagram, Periscope, Twitter, Facebook. And I look forward to hearing from you. So I encourage you to change your expectations. And if you're going to pray and if you're going to have faith, don't do it if you're not going to believe that things are going to change. Work on yourself first if you don't believe it, and then take it, and then take that to God too and say, listen, I'll tell God some days. I tell you, the way I speak to my Lord, I'm like, Lord, I ain't feeling this today. But be honest and be real with yourself, and in that alone time, and really face whatever it is in your heart, so that you can change your mind to expect that something good is going to happen, that little sister's going to come home, that no, you're not going to have that breast cancer, that you're going to make those millions of dollars, you're going to start and launch that business, you're going to get that PhD, you and your husband, you guys are going to make it through this trial, you're going to get through this bankruptcy, whatever it is. I want you to change. Expect that God is stepping in your favor right now. All right? Good night, ladies, and I hope that you have a blessed week. Thank you. Bye-bye.